All right, so I'm back with my partner Barry, and we're getting ready to delve a little bit deeper, do a little treasure hunting. We're going to slice and dice our data in ways that most traders, I think, probably have never done. Imagine the kind of advantage you have trading in the markets versus all those hundreds of thousands of other traders that do not have the ultimate trade analyzer at their fingertips and the information that it will give them. So let's show you some of the hidden treasure that is inside of all this data, and it's at our disposal. Barry, why don't you walk us through some of these summary studies?
Okay, TJ, thanks. Well, this is really the another one of the really interesting parts of the trade analysis. Now, this may take a couple videos to get through it all, but once we show you one of these trade summaries, the rest of them all work the same. It's just a different slice of the data. So typically, what's going to happen when you're doing this is you're going to enter your data in there. You're probably going to be in basic view as the screen is showing right now. What you want to do to get to the summaries is go into the expanded view. And when we click that, okay, what we get over here to the right now is a series of summaries. And there's actually 6 of them right there. There's actually another one that you don't see on the screen. We'll go over that later, but there's 6 of them. Now, the performance summary, we've already looked at the performance trade tab down here in green. So we will go back and look at that in a little bit more detail, but that leaves 5 others. So these 5, setup, trade type, session, time of day, and day of week, go with these 4 blue tabs on the bottom. So each one of these correlates over to a tab that provides the information of the trade log graphically, which makes it, of course, a whole lot easier to look at and figure out what's going on. So let's jump on into it. What we need to do then is we click the button up here that says show of what we want to go look at. We're going to start out by looking at the setup. Now remember, the setup type is over here in column I. Over here in column I is the setup type. And we know we've programmed in 4 types of setups. So what we want to do is break out those 4 setups into different columns and to do some trade analysis or some statistical analysis of each one of those trade setup types to see how well each one is performing. Now, each setup type will have a different number of trades, will have a different winning percentage, will have a different average, etc. And that's what we're going to go find out about. So what we're going to do is go to the trade setup here in the vertical dark blue bar over here, and these are buttons up here at the top. So we're going to hit the show button. Show means expand it, show me what's in there. So we hit the button, and 5 columns come up. 1 column for each of the 5 setup types. Now notice that the button switched to hide. So if you want to hide that again, not look at it, you just hit hide. Okay, great. So let's go back to show. TJ, did that all come across okay? Did you see those mouse clicks and messages?
Yeah, it's amazing. I blinked my eyes and the thing was there, and I blinked them again and the thing was gone. It's a beautiful thing.
Great. I just need to make sure the technology keeps up. Okay, well here we are under Trade Setup Summary. What we have are the 5 columns, and you'll notice that these columns are essentially color-coded to match this. Now, there's some restriction in Excel that only allows me over here under column I to use 3 colors there because I use a feature called conditional formatting. But over here we see that there's actually 5 colors, and I apologize, I haven't found a way around the restriction in Excel, so we'll just have to live with it. At any rate, we see that it's more or less color-coded the same. So we have our basic in column N here. We have our trailing. In the next column, our oversold, overbought, our reentry, and then our unused column. Great. Now what happens then is that when you enter a trade setup type over here in column I, you put a B in there. And these columns over here go look at what's over there in column I, and they see that it's a B, so they're going to put it in the right column, and essentially they just look at the difference between the long sell minus the long buy, or the sell short minus the cover short, and they put that value over here in the sell. What we're seeing above there is the trade, the summary information and the trade statistics. Now I'm going to scroll down because I want to just show you that these columns, all they are is the point value. There's no weekly totals, there's no monthly totals, there's no daily totals like we saw in the basic view. So it's just the numbers. So as I scroll down here, you can see I've passed multiple days, and eventually I'm going to come up with a week here. You can see the cross from that week. There's nothing special. There's no totals over here or anything. So those are just the trade numbers. It's the result of the trade.
Barry, we could go ahead and click basic view really fast if we did want to see a quick subtotal. We just click the basic view button, right? It just pops right up.
You could hit that basic view. I'll do that real quick. What it's showing you is the total for the day, the week, and the month. Okay, it's not showing you the total for the setup type for the day, week, and month.
So now we click that other button, and it puts it right back.
Yeah. So we'll go to expand view. So that gives us our areas, and then we have to open up the trade setup again, and there we are back again.